right. I've got about 4 or 5 wrote down here. Let's go from that. This is JKM5QS. Tonight, this is Boat Anchors Unlimited, where a bunch of really nice guys get together with old radios and we talk about the days of early sideband, homebrew rigs, and all kinds of stuff. Technical questions are welcome. Buy, sell, trade for boat anchors are welcome. And most everything else is welcome. If you have an interest in what we're doing, you don't have to be on a boat anchor. If you just, everybody's welcome, pretty much. So all that being said, the first one I heard a while ago was Jim, KE5Q. Go ahead, Jim.
All right, KM5QS and the Boat Anchors Net. KE5Q, Plano. Tonight we're on the Kenwood TS530S with a Shure 444. That's going into the MLA 2500, into the Ultimax 8040 double bazooka. And appreciate you guys calling the net as always. KM5QS, KE5Q.
Thank you, Jim. Well, we appreciate you appreciate. It's fun. That's why we do it. All right, KC5L. Tom, your turn, sir.
Hey, good evening, Jay, and everyone on the Boat Anchors Net. It's Tom, KC5L in San Antonio. And tonight we're on the usual here. We're talking on the Central Electronics 200B with the D104 microphone. And it's driving the matching 600L amplifier. And that's going to a Johnson KW Matchbox and a homebrew doublet up about 15 feet. And we're listening on the R390A. And that's about all I have this evening. Looking forward to Belton. Back to you, Jay, KC5L.
Okay, Tom. Yeah, we're looking forward to it, too. Twice a year. It's even more important than my wedding anniversary. KAWOZ, Dan, your turn.
Hey, good evening, Jay, and all the other aficionados on here with the old junk. This is Dan, KAWOZ in Houston, talking on, they're old pieces of gear, but nothing real special. We got a Kenwood TS830, which has got real tubes in it with glass envelopes around it. We got a Kenwood VFO 230, the digital VFO that goes with it, and the matching tuner, speaker, and all that stuff. Talking on an MC50 microphone, and I'm driving a homebrew pair of 813s amplifier, doing about 700 watts. I do have a question, and this shouldn't be an unusual one, but I'm looking, I got rid of all my tubes, and now I need a few, but I'm looking for a source where somebody, I'm sure a lot of people buy a few tubes here and a few tubes there from a dealer of some kind. But I just wondered who do you contact to buy 3 or 4 tubes, common receiving tubes. I don't need any transmitting tubes or anything, but just out of curiosity, what tube manufacturer or supplier you all use, whether they're used and good or new and good, doesn't matter. I'd use them both. That's it from here, Jay. KWOZ. Thank you.
Hey, comment, Dan?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I send tubes to people that I like. You're one of them, so let me know what you need. Free.
Oh, man. You don't want that? No, yeah, I will. Thank you very much, Liz.
Yeah, I fixed up Rusty with some sweep tubes the other day, so let's get your deal handled also.
Roger. Boy, sweep tubes, those are hard to find.
Let me know what you need.
Okay, will do.
If I haven't got them, I'll tell you.
Okay. Just tell me where to go.
Dan, I've always had good luck with Tube Depot. I know they're a modern deal, but they're usually reasonably priced if you can't find them anywhere else.
All right, thank you.
Tube Depot? Yeah. It's on the internet. Roger.
Yeah, I've heard of them, but I've never bought from them. I'm going to look them up.
Alrighty, let's see. How about KB5 Sierra Quebec Golf? Bob.
This is KB5 SQJ. Name is Bob in Granbury, Texas. Unfortunately, the individual Hi again, this is KD5 SQG. The name here is Bob. I'm in Granbury, Texas. I've got a TS-820S I'm operating off of, and I just picked up a D104 microphone used, no amplifier in the microphone, straight into the mic. And also I'm using a off-center fit dipole in my backyard, 30 feet in the air, with the ends at 10 feet off the ground at the ends. I was just wondering how this unit sounded to you guys, and I would like to the call from KB5. SQG, thank you.
Okay, Bob. That, yeah, I heard most all of that.
Hey, Jay.
Yes.
He must be between me and Granbury because he completely got blanked out.
I think I already know where he is. The texts will be coming in shortly. At any rate, that's beside the point. Right now, we got a net to run. I'm not going to let the the expletive deleted person deter me from that. Jimmy, you're on the list. So KC5WLF, go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. And I hope everybody had a good shower out of that rain we got. I got a little bit, but most of it missed us. Most of it was east of 35, and we do need it not only west of 35, but a little bit farther west of that to get into the lakes, because right now we are 33% full or something like that at Lake Travis, so we need some more rain in the hill country, y'all. But anyway, all I'm talking on is an old, I'm sorry, not an old, a new FTDX10 with, I've got Justin's TR-870 Heil microphone on here while he's trying my RE320. And what is ancient on this side is my my Heathkit SB200. So that's what I'm officiating me on, is an SB200 into an off-center fed dipole. So anyway, good evening over there. I'm sorry, it's not an off-center fed dipole. It's a horse fence antenna for sure. KC5WLF. Good evening, everybody.
Okay, Jimmy. Alrighty then. K0SED. How much, Steve?
Well, good evening, Jay, and all the boat anchors. K0SED of Tyler, and as usual, I'm on the old Kenwood 520, and that's about it from here, just barefoot 520. Back to you, Jay. Looking forward to Belton. K0SED.
Oh, yeah, me too. Belton is going to be a hoot. It really is. I might even bring a scalp with me, but I ain't going to tell you what kind of scalp. You got to keep you guessing. That's all I've got on my list, Lynn. So you want to see what's going on, or whatever you want to do?
Well, I'll take a shot at it, then I'll give it to Doug. How's my frequency sound?
You're fine with me?
All right, I'll make it quick. All right, this is K5LYN, Lynn in Austin, on the cheap and easy SSB homebrew transmitter from QST 1956 with a companion homebrew receiver. And as far as I know, this is the only vacuum tube station that regularly is used to call a net. So let's see what we can do here. Hey, Peggy, KC5MCW, did you have a question for us a while ago? It's your turn.
Oh, good luck. Good timing. I just came here with coffee, and it's Kilo Golf 5 Motorcycle Woman. Yes, so on a 250 truck at Ford, LED light, it's running a lot of static with the amplifier. When he's sitting still, not running the engine, or maybe got a key on, or whatever, it's fine. But going down the road, he cannot tolerate all that noise and listen to everybody. So what can he do to get out all of that filtering, to filter out all that noise? He has used some ferrite, but I don't think he's used a donut one. He's done a lot of YouTubing, but I don't know how much success has been on there, so maybe some of you guys have had a 250 or 350 and had LED lights or something and can figure that one out. And I'm on an FTX. No,
right.
I'm on an FTDX10 on a Heil mic, and I'm only running 100 watts.
Okay. Anybody have a comment for Peggy there?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead, Jay.
It's a Ford. It's the ignition system. It's very, very hard to fix.
Well, anybody have any good news for her?
No, she sounds great on that FTDX10.
Yeah, but about her question. Anybody else have any other comments to her question?
Yeah, Peggy, this is Doug, WB1E. There's a simple way that most people do this, and that is, you can pull the wire through the donut ferrite as many times as you can. In front of it, a 0.01 microfarad capacitor from the power supply line to ground and any control lines to ground. And then on both sides of that wound donut ferrite, that's about the best suggestion I got for you tonight. Great question.
Doug,
Thank you.
Have you had that experience and you think it works or what?
No. Without making a filter for the exact frequency, what I would recommend is that you just do exactly what you're headed down the right path. It's just a 0.01 capacitor from the power supply plus 12 volts to the ground line. And that's on both sides of that donut. And so you bring your power wire and you wrap it into the donut. You can get these on UPS power supplies, the dead ones with no dead batteries. Pull that board out. There's a big old ferrite in there. You can probably put 30 turns of 10 gauge through there, and I put a 0.01 microfarad capacitor from that wire to ground on both sides, the left and right side. Over.
Okay, Doug, you and Jay both. Is it okay to give an email out over the air? Because I don't think N5IRV is current on his correct email on QRZ. And could y'all shoot that over there to him in an email, perhaps, with your phone number, Doug?
Is he good on QRZ?
I'm not sure. I'll just go ahead and give it to you real quick. Mike, M-I-K-E dot Saxton, S-A-X-T-O-N, at Yahoo.
Got it.
Okay, folks, well done. Anything else on your end, Peggy?
Just, Jay, if you do the same thing, of course, we'll probably see it, Belton. Not 100% sure yet, but if y'all just send that and put your phone numbers in there, that'd be greatly appreciated. And, Doug, be sure you kind of explicit that info to him, please.
Okay, I heard you. I'll try to do that also, Peggy. The reason I wasn't trying to be flip a while ago, I know it sounded like it, but the frequency that the Ford's computers work off of is just about on 40 meters. So it interferes with amateur radio frequencies pretty big time, and it does make it pretty hard to get away with. Doug's solution may work, but I wasn't kidding. Most people with Ford diesels have a really hard time.
Okay. You folks get together on the email. We'll go on with the net here. Well done. Thank you for your contribution and your very relevant question, Peggy. All right,
you, guys.
This is K5LYN. Who else for the boat anchors this evening? I'm listening.
K5 Delta Hotel Echo.
Okay, DAT, talk to us. That's Jim, isn't it?
Yes, sir. His name's Jeb. Big Item Mary. QTH is Granbury, Texas, and tonight we're talking on a little Kentech 540. Antenna tuner is a Heathkit 2040 tuner, SB200 linear, and the antenna is a Buxcom up about 35 feet. And that's what we're operating on this evening, Wes. Go ahead.
Okay. Sounded good. Any new projects in the works on your end these days?
Say that again?
I say you got any new projects on your end in the works right now?
No, we're still looking for a real nice true boat anchor type of rig. It could be a transceiver, or it can be a
receiver and transmitter combination. It's something along that line. Still hadn't been able to find one.
You going to be at Belton?
You know, I wasn't, but I'm beginning to think I may need to.
Yeah. All right, we'll look for you if you're there. All right, glad you came by this evening. Hey, is WY5T, Bill, you still here by any chance? Maybe not. All right, anybody else need to talk to me before I give it to the net control? K5LYN, listening?
Hey, Glenn, what was his call sign again?
That was K5DHE. Okay, anybody else for me tonight?
Whiskey 5, Tango Foxtrot.
W5TF, talk to us, Terry. Tango Foxtrot, talk to us.
Okay, big steady crash got you there, and I thought you said something, didn't it? Okay, Lynn, thank you. Here's Terry, located near Laurel, Mississippi. Same old tonight. The CE100 Central Electronics 100V transmitter. I mess that up every time. R4B receiver. W4 watt meter. SP614 scope. Driving mode SP220 on the low tap. About 500 watts. Label antenna. Double bazooka up at about 45 feet. Quite a bit of noise over here tonight. Thanks for picking me up, Liam. K5LYN. By the way, the microphone, the electrical voice, rewired the cord the other day. Replaced it for the people on it. Hopefully it's working okay. W5 Tango Fox, thank you, over.
It's working fine, but like last week, it's drifting up the band. Terry, you may need to warm that thing up a little bit longer because if I was transceiving, I don't think I would be able to copy. I was able to tune my receiver, but you're up the band from us there. All right, good to hear you. All right, anybody else for me tonight before I give it to Doug? K5LYN.
Kilo 5, Lima Tango.
LT, hey, Lyle, talk to us.
Good evening, Lynn, and everybody else in the net. This is Lyle, Lima Yankee Lima Echo, located outside of Bernie, Texas, in the beautiful hill country. And tonight I am running the usual, running the Heathkit SB101 into the Heathkit SB221 amplifier out to a double extent ZEP antenna running through the cedar trees. So nothing new here, no new projects, just keeping what I got going. So sounded good tonight, Lynn. Welcome back. Missed you last week. So back to you, K5LT.
You know, when I listened to the recording of the net, I thought, darn it, I missed one of the best nights ever. We'll try and make up for it tonight. Great to hear you, Lyle. Sounding good. Okay, WB1E. Hey, Doug, rescue us. K5LYN.
Yeah, sure. Good evening, everybody. My name's Doug, Whiskey Bravo 1 Echo. I'm in Bryan, Texas, talking to you tonight with Electro Voice microphone also at 638. And Terry, thumbs up, man. I didn't want to tune you in because the Swan got turned on late also. Yeah, it's a Swan 500, though, same old radio, and I tell you, this is one of the lucky combinations where the pretty one works. You know, anyway, I got a lot of pretty ones that don't, and they're like, and I just don't know what to do with them. There's just not enough time I have for them. But yeah, Peggy, I will see if I can find a picture in my reference manuals for simple filtration schematics and go from there. Yeah, and a retro-modded Swan Mark 1. I'd use a Bandit power transformer in it. The Bandit power transformer weighs 60 pounds. So, you know, it needed some big block pistons, and so I took the 3 400s out and put some 4 400s in, all grounded grid, simple to drive, and it works great with the output level of the 6HF5s here in the Swan 500, running 2700 volts, and it's doing legal limits. So there you go. Have to be real nice to those 4 400s. Anyway, I'm going to take check-ins here for the Boat Anchors net. Anybody that has interest in boat anchors, buy, sell, trade, we can, you know, if you have interest, please check in. The solid state stuff's no problem, as long as you have interest in the boat anchors. So I'll take check-ins now.
AC7LH.
W0WOW.
KB5SQG.
Okay, let me give you KB5SQG. Was that it?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, I'll put you on the list. SQG. And then before I had the station, I'll take these three. I had a station that was ending in Lima Hotel. Good evening, sir. Welcome to the Boat Anchors Net. My name is Doug.
Good evening, Doug. This is AC7LH. I'm assuming you're asking me.
Yes, go ahead, sir. Good evening.
Roger. Thank you very much. Well, the handle here is Doug. I live in Wichita, Kansas. And tonight I'm back on the HW12A, which I restored. Still have a little trouble with it. I need some help. And I have an HP23C power supply that I rebuilt. I'm on a spare microphone element that I put into a boom mic, which I really like. Multi-band dipole at 25 feet, a homebrew foot switch, and I have a HW101. It lost the tube, so it's in the middle. So I need help at the box because I can't get the delay down short enough. Roger?
Yeah, QSL, I remember we talked about that, and I thought about that, and actually I was talking about that on 3900 in the mornings. Yeah, you know, I thought, my experience is that there's a tube that controls the key down. It's not direct from the microphone, and I think that's to prevent RF to getting into the microphone line. But in any event, there's a tube. It's like the original soft key, if you know what I mean. The switch in the microphone does not connect directly. It has to jump through some ion stream and electron stream, and then close the relay. You know, and that's the problem. So, and if you can get it to key right and unkey correctly, see, that's the thing. It's got to unkey. So, am I making myself clear about the unkey thing?
Yeah, that's what it's not doing. And I changed the capacitor in the circuit, and I changed the potentiometer in the circuit and both tubes, and I still can't get the delay down to less than 3 seconds.
Okay. Well, the problem I had with the Valiant, well, believe it or not, was a grounding or a shielding issue. I disconnected one of the jacks on the back of the panel. I pulled it in and taped it up and stuffed it in the corner because it was a mod. Well, what happened is it wouldn't key correctly, and if it did, it wouldn't unkey. So that's what I had to pull out of my brain as my personal experience. So there you go. It was a shielding problem in the area of the tube that does it. So just make sure your shielding's good, that you don't have any, look at your wire dress, or it could be a cold solder joint in that area. Have you been over the solder joints, everything over?
I've looked at it and looked at it and looked at it. I couldn't find any big smoking gun in there, so I just decided to change all the components, thinking I might hit it sooner or later because I'm not that technically savvy. None of it seemed to help, but I still love the rig and it works great on push to talk, so I'll do that until I get the box fixed.
Okay, QSL. Well, it's probably a very common problem, and because of that, there's going to be stuff on the internet. What I can recommend also is I'll give your call out as Kilo Lima 7, Kilo Charlie 7, Lima Hotel, Kilo Charlie 7, Lima Hotel, and the name is Doug, and he has some problems with the Vox, the delay and keying and unkeying on his HW12A. So if anybody would like to assist him or has any personal experience or directing him to other sites with references, please give Doug a hand. So, Doug, thanks for checking in. Anything else, sir? Over.
No, that's all I had. I appreciate it, Doug, and 73 to everyone on the net, and I'll be back next week.
Roger. Well, thanks for checking in. And, let's see, you were doing probably about 25 plus 25 over, so on your signal strength, but there seems to be quite a bit of QR in Nancy due to the lightning storms, and of course the band is changing right now with the gray line. Thanks for checking in. All right, going down the list, W0WOW, awesome call. Good evening, sir, and welcome to the Boat Anchors Net.
Thank you. know you heard me or not. I check in here quite often. Love the net. Love hearing all the old rigs. This one's only 45 years old. It's a Kenwood 520 with the SP 520. Also using the Ultimax 4080 double boost. I've had that about 15 years. Great antenna. And I don't really need the tuner, but it's an old Tokyo high power HC150. And again, love the net. And hope my old 520 is doing good tonight. Thank you, sir.
Oh man, awesome sound station, plus 10. The lightning crashes are about S9 right now, so you guys are making it over no problem at all. And I tell you, that 520, have they ever made a better? I wish I could compare it to a car, because I like cars, classic cars. And if everybody drove around a 520, it would be really boring. But they work great. Ultimax 4080 is awesome. I'm surprised the thing's lasting. The HP-150, a Tokyo high power amplifier. Way to go. Yeah, sounds great. All right, thanks for checking in. Next on the list, Kilo Bravo, Sierra Quebec Golf. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. This is KD5SQG. I would like to know if you guys could give me a quick, some time here real quick. I'm operating off of a TS820S, and I'm using a MC50 microphone this time, and I just got in today a D104 microphone. I was wondering if you guys could give me a second here. Let me switch over to my D104 microphone and tell me which one of the microphones sounds the best. MC50 I'm on right now, and give me a second, I'll switch over to the D104. This is KB5SQG. I'm now operating off my D104 microphone, and I was wondering how to compare it to my MC50 microphone. Back to net control. KB5SQG.
Okay, fantastic. I'm happy to give you a modulation report. It's very hot. It's not unintelligible. It's probably about 110%. So if you want to back it down real quick, I'll give you another check.
Okay, I'm now on my backing off the modulation. Approximately 3 o'clock was the best position, I think. Back to net control. KB5SQG.
Okay, I can hear you. If you were close talking it before, that's fine, but it's just a hair low. Can you bring it up about 10%?
Okay, how does this sound? KB5SQG testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that sounds great. I can hear the influx of your vocal cords, a lot of detail. Now, that's how a D104 should sound. Congratulations, sir. Plus, the 820S sounded pretty good. Over.
I thank you, gentlemen, for this as well. And I want to thank... I hate being, having what they call slip cog in the brain and everything else. Byron Crow was the one who helped me get my D104. So if he's listening on, I hope he is. This is what the microphone sounds like. Thank you, gentlemen. I do appreciate your time. KB5SQG, back to control.
Yes, excellent. Thanks for checking in, and we're more than happy. Anybody here is more than happy to do anything they can for you, especially behind the microphone. All right. That's it for the 3 items I've had checked in. I had 3 nice sounding stations, genuine boat anchors, and I'll take a couple more. So anybody that wants to check into the boat anchors net, buy, sell, trade, come now. Okay, I have a Whiskey Zero Alpha question mark. Good evening, sir. Awesome. Fantastic. And give me your name real quick for the log. My assistant's not here to look up stations with their first names.
Handle is Mark. Mike. Romeo Kilo.
All right, Mark, thanks a lot for that. Whiskey Delta Zero Alpha Delta Hotel there in Nebraska. Awesome. Well, you're right at the noise level because we got lightning at S9. But you're S9 in the basically middle south part of Texas, Aggieland. And thanks for checking into the Boat Anchors Net. And it's always great to talk to Nebraska and any of the states that we can do a little long distance, a long path, far field stuff. So fantastic. Any other stations that would like to check into the Boat Anchors Net? If not, I'll send it over to you, Jay. So stand by and I'll check if there's any other stations that would like to check into the Boat Anchors Net.
WB50ZZ.
November 0 Alpha Mike Golf.
Okay, I have OZZ, fantastic. Hello, sir. And then also have November 0 Alpha Mike. Was it golf? Over. Okay.
Roger, golf.
Okay, Roger. Okay, yeah, go ahead, man. OZZ, what's up?
Okay, this is Don, WB50ZZ, New Caney, Texas. TS520, full 1000 amplifier. Antenna's a double bazooka at 45 feet and located in New Caney, Texas. Over.
Awesome, Don. Are you planning on being at Belton, sir? Question mark.
Yeah, question mark.
Okay, QSL the question mark. All right. Well, thanks for checking in, Don. And you're always one of the stronger stations here. You're about plus 30. And it's good to hear strong stations on a night like tonight. So thanks for checking in. Getting down the list here, I have N0 Alpha Mike Golf. Good evening, sir. Welcome to the Boat Anchors Net. My name is Doug.
Well, good evening, Doug. Name's Richard. Springfield, Missouri. Tonight, I'm not on a boat anchor, on a FTDX 101B, going into a Kenwood 922 amplifier. A little lazy hooking up a boat anchor tonight, but wanted to say good evening.
Well, heck, Richard, it's always great to hear you up there in wonderful Springfield, Missouri, man. What kind of history is up there? That's where it all started. Son of a gun. Yeah, the moving west. That was the outpost at the time. It would be interesting to dig into some history there. Old West history. Well, all right. I'll tell you, that FT101, you're just making us all drool. And I hope I sound as good as you do. That's all I can say. It's a better way of life. And of course, you're allowed in with the 922. Is that what I wrote down? Anyway, I'm sorry. You do have a boat anchor amplifier. That's all it counts. Anyway, Jay, I'm going to send it to you. So, yeah, thanks for checking in, Richard, and I look forward to it next time. Why don't you go ahead and take it? I may have fished my end of the pond dry. Over.
Well, you certainly got the deep end. And by the way, Mark up there was Alpha Hotel on his suffix. But anyway, just being picky. All right, folks, it's JKM5QS. My boat anchor is an MV5A tuner and a homebrew antenna. So maybe after Belton, I'll have some old iron to play with. Anyone else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Try. Say again. I had a static crash.
No copy.
5 WLF recheck.
Go ahead, recheck.
Okay, it looks like we got a pretty good storm coming this way, and we got a lot of action on the RF there. So anyway, just alerting y'all. Good evening, KC5 WLF.
Okay, well, be careful. Did anyone copy that other station?
I didn't hear nobody.
Hey, write it in my noise.
Yeah, I had a problem with it too. Well, you know what, Rusty? I've already had a turn, and you're further north, so why don't you give her a shot?
All right, Jay, this is WK5R, and you're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. Forgive me for my voice; it's still kind of screwed up from sinuses. But I'm not on a boat anchor. I'm using my normal stuff here, the Kenwood TS590, the Tascam TM70 dynamic broadcast studio mic. And I'm driving my homebrew GS35B amplifier that goes into a homebrew tuner and bypass right now, and it goes to a fan dipole at 50 feet, and that's where we're at. So who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
K5 Delta Hotel Echo recheck.
K5DHE, go ahead.
Yes, sir. How do you hear me? Does the sound okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, well, Jay gave me Wayne's phone number, who had some equipment I was interested in buying, and I keep calling that number, and it's for a couple of weeks, and it's been busy the whole time. I don't know whether I recorded the number right or wrong, but Jay has Wayne's number, and I'd like him to maybe look it up again and send it to me, just in case I copied it wrong, but I don't think I did.
Okay, do you remember his call?
No, Jay, I don't. He's over in Weatherford, and he had that Drake equipment that I was wanting to buy.
Oh, okay. I'll see what I can find, Jim.
Okay. All right. Don't put yourself out on it.
Oh, it's probably written down here somewhere. I'll just have to find the right page.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I found the darn thing, and I call it, and it's constantly busy. I don't know what the deal is, and I had told him that I was going to try to buy that radio, but then I can't get a hold of him.
Okay, I guess Jay's looking for that. Maybe he'll come back later on with it there.
Wait.
Maybe he'll send it to you there. All right. Who else out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
WJA.
Go ahead, Jim, for the numbers.
That's it. Put me down for the numbers. N5, WJA. I'm on my new rig. Go ahead, back to you.
Okay. Thank you for checking in there, Jim. We'll catch you later. All right. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Hey, Rusty.
Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, has that been Wayne in Louisiana, KB5SW?
No, Wayne in Weatherford.
Okay, different Wayne. All right, I'll keep looking.
You bet.
All right. Anybody else out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Well, we might have done it there, Lynn. I'll throw it back to you then, and we can go around the table one more time. K5LYN, WK5R.
All right, Rusty, you sound great. Hey, let's see if KL7CD. Mike, are you lurking out there somewhere? Well, maybe not. All right, this is K5LYN, Lynn and Austin on an all-homebrew from 1956 vacuum tube single sideband station. Anybody else want to talk vintage radio or have any questions or have any needs or anything they need to talk about? K5LYN, listening?
Whiskey Alpha 5, Edward David X-ray.
EDX, Mr. Byron.
Well, hello, Lynn and Jay, everybody on the net. Tonight we're back on the old Kenwood 530S, barefoot, of course, into the old inverted V, MC50 microphone. We just had a thunderstorm come through, and it just missed us, but I can hear the thunder out there. That's all I know for sure. Everybody have a good one, and have a happy Easter. Back to you, Lynn. K5WA5EDX.
Okay, Byron. Well, let's pick up one last note here. Once in a while, you and I talk about a Swan 240. That thing still lurking around there somewhere?
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned that. I need to find the case for it. But I will try to remember to bring it to Delta.
Okay, because I still, for some years now, I've had the outboard power supply and VFO that I got from Rusty, thinking a 240 would come along sometime. It never did, so I'm still on the hunt. All right, Byron, put a thought to it, and I'll look forward to seeing you at Belton. Anything else for the group this evening?
No, sir, not a thing.
All right, we're doing big business here this evening. Anybody else want to talk Vintage Radio? K5LYN, listening.
WLF.
Jimmy, go ahead.
Okay, I just wanted to mention I kind of missing George. I don't know where the hell George is there, Roger.
Well, that's probably not the best issue to pick up as to where somebody is, because none of us know. All right. Anybody else for the net tonight? K5LYN, listening?
KWOZ.
Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, I just sent a note to Tom Stack in Weatherford asking him if he knew who in Weatherford named Wayne had some Drake equipment for sale. He's usually pretty quick to answer, so if he does, I'll break in here again.
Okay, good to know, Dan. Thanks for the information.
Okay.
Okay, who else for the net? K5LYN, listening? Well, okay, any other net control want to put out a call or so? If not, we'll give it to Rusty to wrap it up. Anybody else? Doug, Jay, anybody want to talk?
Go ahead, Rusty.
Okay. This is the last call for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. Anybody else out there before we shut the door? Come now.
November 5, Juliet Lima Hotel.
November 5, Juliet Lima Hotel. Go ahead.
I'm not talking on a boat anchor. Name's Jake. In November 5, Juliet Lima Hotel. And I'm located up here in Northeast Fort Worth. I just wanted to jump in and join the net. I am on an ICOM 7610 driving a AL80B with a fan dipo up about 45, 48 feet there, Art.
Roger. Well, that little ICOM sounds good there. You don't have to be on a boat anchor as long as you're what we're doing there. Appreciate you checking in there. All right. Anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net before we shut the door? Come now. Boy, there was somebody way out there, but I couldn't make him out.
Yeah, he keeps calling. He's a 5 number.
Do what?
Yeah, he keeps calling, Rusty. I can't copy him. He's using a 5 call. That's it. The station calling, acknowledge, but you're right way below S1 at best.
Okay, sorry, sir. With all the static and everything, we are unable to copy you.
Oh, you double with him, Rusty. Is KB5 something?
Come now.
Try again, Jay.
November 1, Kilo Bravo.
Okay, something ending in Kilo Bravo. Go ahead.
Yep, November 1, Kilo Bravo, Magnolia, Texas. I did have a question about portable boat anchor radios. You know, back in the past, were there any kind of QRP portable boat anchors?
Well, are you talking about for HF?
Yes, sir.
Well, sure. All the transceivers were very portable from mid-1950s onward.
But nothing really specially designated for that?
Well, sure, they were designated for mobile rigs. I had a Swan 240 from 1963 that I used in my pickup truck.
Collins, you could run a Collins S-Line mobile. I've got a mobile power supply for.
Yeah, for the KWM2, for sure.
No problem getting AC and a mobile.
Okay, well, I appreciate it. I'll look into that. Thank you. Inland KB.
Yeah, Jay, I've got one of those mobile power supplies, too, that I used with my Swan. So if anybody needs to put their vintage radio in the car, we can fix them up.
Oh, yeah. Mine's been completely rebuilt by some fella up there in Wills Point.
Yeah. Well, I did that, too, with mine. I recapped it and put the connector to plug it into a Swan. It worked great.
Imagine if you search the internet for boat anchor mobile or mobile boat anchor, you would see quite a bit of replies. So good luck, sir, and thanks for the interest. Now I knew a guy who he had to have the 62 Catalina wagon, and he had to have the right boat anchor in his mobile with the power supply and the amplifier because he had plenty of room in the back, just like he did back in the 1962s when he bought that thing. So he was recreating that whole thing, and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, that is cool. So, yeah, I know I could search it up, but I'd rather hear it from y'all, but I'll look into it. Thanks a lot, y'all.
Yeah.
N1KB, was that your call?
Updated on what your progress is.
One thing, the amplifier, Heathkit made an HA14, a pair of 572Bs that was a mobile. You could run in the mobile also.
Yeah, I know somebody that just sold 2 of those.
HF radio, it was only a QRP rig, it wasn't but 10 watts, but worked good.
Mucho caliente.
Yeah, but the Swan will put over 100.
Take it to the beach.
That's right.
I remember the fella, I think from Weatherford, I think it was an estate sale that they sent me a copy on the email, which may be why I don't have it written down in the notebook. But so far I can't find it. I'll keep looking though.
Yeah, Jay, it was from an estate sale. I saw the radios back in December, and we talked a little bit, and he has problems with his telephone, and I don't know why, but he's an engineer kind of guy, and I just can't get a hold of him, and I can't find his call.
Okay, I'll look a little further back.
I know you had it because you gave it to me, and then I started calling it, and it just constantly busy.
All right. One more time. Last call for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. Come now.
W5 GTR.
W5 GTR. Go ahead.
Yeah, I had an HA14, and it had a pair of Citron 572Bs, and they were instant filament. You could key them on and off. They would come up. You could turn the filaments off when you weren't talking. But I tried a couple of Chinese tubes in that, and the filaments are in series. They're 6-volt filaments, and they're in series for 12-volt car. And the Chinese tubes burned up because the filaments aren't matched. Anyway, that's my story, W5 GTR.
Do you still have that HA14?
Yeah, I still have it here somewhere.
Well, where are you, and whether or not you might be wanting to get rid of it, let us know.
Well, I don't know. I'd have to dig it up. God, it's probably upstairs in what my son calls the radio fantasy room.
Where are you? What's your QTH?
Well, I'm by Waco. I've been here a long time.
Well, why don't you tell me your call again? I'll look you up if you're on QRZ.com with an email address. This is K5LYN, Lynn in Austin.
Okay, W5 Good Time Radio, W5 Golf Tango Radio.
Okay, well, you never know. You might have just sold that thing, so look it up.
Well, I don't know where it is. I'd be glad to sell it if I knew where it was.
Well, you know, it's occupying space that you might need for something else.
Well, I've got a bunch of boxes up. I'll have to look it up. If you email me, I'm on the QRZ with my call sign. QRZ. I'm on Yahoo with my call sign. If you email me, I might do some looking up.
And what was your name again?
Bob Robert.
Okay, Bob. Thanks for coming by.
Famous Bob Roberts.
Yeah, the famous Bob Robert. I thought everybody knew me. I caused enough trouble to be well known.
Yeah.
All right. Let's wind this net up officially. Rusty, you want to finish her up?
Yeah, I'll do that. All right. One more time. Last call for anybody for the Boat Anchors Unlimited. Come now. We're fixing to shut the door.
Recheck, K5DHE.
DHE, go ahead.
Yeah, hey, Wayne, I found that Wayne's call, if you're still on.
What is?
November 5, Foxtrot, Papa Delta, Wayne Matthews.
All right.
There's another check-in.
Looks like we're done with it, so appreciate everybody checking in. This is WK5R, now closing the Boat Anchors Unlimited net at 8:20 and returning the frequency to normal amateur abuse. WK5R. And my voice is going away.
There was another check-in there.
Well, gentlemen, it was a great net tonight. I'm glad it was a busy place, and I think the frequency is open to anybody that needs to use it. K5LYN.
Roger.
Just be done with it, Lynn. Take care, everybody. WB1E. Enjoyed it.
Well said, Doug.
I'm searching through the archives. I'm like an old monk with a candle.
Oh, now I'm just envisioning. I'm parked down there on Mustang Island right at the beach with my 62 Catalina with my boat anchor going, and I got a wire thrown out there, a ground wire thrown out there in the water, and everybody's just pegging my needle. I'll tell you, man, that'd be so cool. You can hear the eagles. I'll be checking in. You can hear the seagulls.
What was that guy's call again, Jay? I missed it.
Oh, well, I wrote it down. Just a second. November 5, Fox, Papa, Delta.
Yep.
Okay. Thanks.
And his name's Wayne.
Yeah.
Happy C3J. Hello, everybody. I'd sure like to find that old boy and get those radios if he still got them.
I'm all the way back to September of 23, and I hadn't found him yet.
Well, I wouldn't go any further than that. You gave me the number one time, and I wrote it down, and I've called it and called it and called it, and all I get's a busy signal.
KC5WLF. You know, Jay, Ron, KG5BZ, has been trying to get in and all kinds of stuff, but we haven't been able to quite pick him up. Have you heard him?
No, I have not.
Okay, well, anyway, can you hear his repeater?
I haven't been on 2 meters in 6 months.
Okay, good answer.
Where you at, Dan?
Anyway, he's coming to Belton, and he's got 4 tables with the ham buds here, and I haven't heard much from him. But anyway, okay. Good evening, Jay, KC5WLF.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a little preoccupied. I cannot believe I didn't write it down in this notebook, but I guess I didn't. I'll have to look in another one.
Sucks to get old, don't it?
Yeah, but it beats the alternative.
Yeah, you old fart.